What's up guys, Mitch from the DIYRecordingStudio.com, and today I've got another unboxing, some exciting new gear that I've been talking about on the channel right here. It's one of the latest products from Z&H Designs. They're an awesome new company offering 19-inch rack and 500 series hardware units. They've been kind enough to send me one of their latest 500 series units for review, so let's get into the unboxing. So if you've seen any of my previous videos, I've talked about Z&H Designs, and they've recently reached out to me and sent me their latest 500 series EQ. It's a very special EQ. So if you want to see lots and lots of tests with this piece of gear and all the other kind of cool gear that I have on this channel, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Anyway, let's get into it. So let's do this thing. I've been super excited to get these EQs. They're a very different piece of gear to anything I have in the studio. And they have the potential to take my mixing and mastering and tracking also to another level. Alrighty, we have a pair, not one, but two 500 series EQs. All right, and if you're not sure what these are based on, they're a 500 series EQ that I've mentioned before on the channel, and they're based on the Sontec EQ design, which is a mastering EQ. Now, Z&H Designs, or I should say Z&H Designs, I guess. Z&H Designs have a 19-inch rack unit that is based on the Sontec EQ, and it's a 5-band equalizer. If you're familiar with the Sontec EQ or Massenburg EQ, if you've heard of that before, or used the plugin, that's an EQ that they've recreated in analog for a really affordable price. Anyway, what they've done here is something a little different. They've taken that 5-band EQ and condensed it down into 4-band EQ, and it's got a high band here, a high shelf. And are these detented? Yeah, they're detented. That's really cool. I'm just going to take this tag off because it's getting in my way. High shelf, okay, with a bell switch. And all these dials actually feel really nice to touch. They don't feel cheap, which is great. The high shelf goes from, let's have a look, 1 kilohertz all the way up to 25 kilohertz. That sweepable frequency there, 1 kilohertz all the way up to 25. Very broad band there. Then we've got 2 full parametric EQs in the middle. So we've got a high mids and low mids, and on those 1 kilohertz again to 25 on the high mids, which is cool. And then on the low mids, it's 25 hertz to 860. So huge ranges of frequencies. And you can see here, you've got gain, frequency Q, gain, frequency Q, and then the bottom is a shelf as well. Now, you might find this kind of layout pretty familiar. It actually kind of seems very similar to something that you might see on an SSL EQ. And it is kind of similar layout-wise, but the EQ bands and the curvature of these EQs are something quite different. And then what I can see component-wise is some really high quality capacitors and some surface mount components. Everything is very neat and well soldered. I love to see that. The soldering quality, the build quality on this is actually really excellent. Looks really great. And the components of choice here look really great as well. High quality capacitors and resistors and stuff like that. So some surface mount components to make this all work, but you know, really, really great looking board there. So really, really cool. Nice feeling knobs, detents in the middle. Everything feels pretty rugged and sturdy for this kind of full parametric EQ. Anyway, that's just a quick video. So even though this looks like an SSL EQ, it's quite different, as I mentioned. It is based on the Sontec EQ. So the Sontec EQ is much more transparent. It's designed to be pushed harder in the lows and the highs without getting flubby or brittle or harsh, and it was a mastering EQ. So hopefully this version of the EQ will be something that I can use on my master bus, but also on things like overheads, for instance, might be very useful, or things like vocals, if I want nice, crisp, airy vocals, drums, kick, snare. might be very useful. We're going to do a bunch of shootouts with this. As you know, on this channel, we do lots and lots of shootouts comparing hardware, real hardware, against plug-in counterparts and against other bits of hardware as well. So if you would like to see me shoot out this piece of gear against other bits of hardware or see any other content on this channel, as always, make sure you hit like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comment sections down below. I'm really excited to try out this great gear from Z&H Designs. Thank you once again, guys. I'm Mitch from the DIYRecordingstudio.com. I'll catch you soon.